Do you love grilled meat but simply prefer a leaner version? Then this recipe is for you. Let me introduce you to one of my favorite Middle Eastern recipes, chicken kafta. Made of ground meat and a few seasonings, chicken kafta is juicy, delicious and very easy to make. It's the perfect dish for any occasion, from busy weekdays to family gatherings. Let me show you how to make it. If you're new here, my name is Katie and this channel is all about sharing my passion for delicious Middle Eastern recipes, food traditions and culture with a special focus on my beloved country Jordan. Let's have a quick look at the ingredients for chicken kafta. Actually, ground chicken is the main ingredient to this dish. You can purchase ground chicken at most grocery stores or butchers. If you happen to have a meat grinder at home, you can make your own ground chicken using boneless, skinless chicken meat, preferably chicken breast or thighs. A fresh, fully ripe tomato adds to the flavor and juiciness of your kafta. We'll need a yellow onion, finely chopped. A couple of stems of flat leaf parsley, also known as Italian parsley, is part of the traditional recipe. Fresh mint leaves give a unique, refreshing taste to your kafta. Be sure to use fresh mint, not dried mint. You can omit the mint if you don't like it or don't have fresh mint available. Then we need some fresh garlic cloves. If unavailable, substitute by garlic powder. Tomato paste adds to the color and taste. Olive oil improves taste and texture. Ground chicken holds together less well when compared to beef or lamb. To ensure the patties stay in shape, we'll add some breadcrumbs. You can use store-bought breadcrumbs or easily make your own from pita bread. More on that later in this video. To season, we will need coriander powder, cumin powder, turmeric, baking soda, salt and pepper. Ready to make chicken kafta? Yalla, let's get started. Breadcrumbs can be purchased or made from scratch. Making them from scratch is a great way to use leftover bread. In fact, day-old bread works great to make breadcrumbs. You don't need to have fresh bread. In Middle Eastern cuisine, breadcrumbs are usually made from Lebanese bread, which is a round white flatbread similar to pita bread, but you can also use a different type of white bread. Break the bread into large chunks and place them in a food processor. Blend for about 1 to 2 minutes until you get a fine texture with no large chunks remaining. Set aside where you prepare the remaining ingredients for the meat mixture. Let's get to our vegetables. I'm gonna start with the herbs. Cut off the large stems of the parsley and discard them. Then bunch the leaves and chop them a couple of times until you get a fine chop. Pluck the mint leaves off the stems one by one and finally chop the leaves. Discard the stems. Peel the garlic clove, cut off the hard ends and mince the garlic using a mortar and pestle or finely chop using a knife. Finally chop the tomato and the onion. By the way, you don't have to peel the tomato for kafta, just remove the core. Note that all vegetables and herbs for the kafta should be very finely chopped. This can easily be achieved if you have a good chef's knife, but you can also speed up the process a bit by briefly pulsing the vegetables in a food processor. Note that we are aiming for a fine chop, not a puree. If you are using a food processor, be careful not to overblend the vegetables. I personally prefer chopping everything using a knife. Add the ground chicken to a mixing bowl. Add the remaining ingredients to the bowl. Chopped onion, tomato, parsley and mint, breadcrumbs, crushed garlic, tomato paste, olive oil, coriander powder, cumin powder, turmeric, baking soda, salt and pepper. It's important that all the ingredients are well mixed. The best way to achieve this is by kneading everything by hand. You can wear gloves for kneading and shaping the meat. Once all ingredients are well incorporated, place the mixture in the fridge for at least 30 to 60 minutes to allow the flavors to combine. If you don't have time, you can omit this step, but allowing the spices to set is highly recommended. Time to shape our patties. Prepare a bowl of cold water. Get the bowl with the meat mixture off the fridge and get an empty plate ready to put your kafta on. Now dip your hand in the cold water and take about 4 to 5 tablespoons of the meat mixture for each patty. Shape your kafta into long, thin patties for the traditional shape. If you'd like to use kafta for burgers, you can shape them into circular patties. Be sure to shape the patties evenly and relatively thin to ensure they cook all the way through. Heat a grill pan or a regular non-stick frying pan over medium to high heat. Add a thin layer of olive oil and add the kafta into the hot pan. Pan fry on medium to high for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Turn them halfway through and fry for another 3 to 5 minutes. The kafta should be browned on the outside and fully cooked on the inside. Remove them from the pan and serve warm. Serve with bread, rice, or fries, and any sides of your choice. Sahtin, enjoy!